Happy Black History Month, everybody. Okay, let's get into it. Um, I learned some information on my own recently. I had heard somebody talking about it, but I finally found the proof of it for myself. Okay, so it has everything to do with the character Nat Turner. Now, all of our lives, we had a lot of respect for Nat Turner. I know I did because he led an insurrection against his oppressors. He killed a lot of white people. Supposedly burned down a lot of plantations, and he did some things that we didn't agree with, but we understood his position and why he had to do them. So he's always been sort of like an icon to a lot of us here in America. Now I'm talking about the American, so-called Black American people. He's one of our icons. He's one of our rebels. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the people that gave us pride, knowing that we didn't all just sit back in our particular situations, our overall situations, being oppressed by our enemy and do nothing. We fought back. So not too long ago, I was on a video, and I was on YouTube, and I saw a video pop up by what's his name? Was Dan Calloway, and the subject was about Nat Turner, and he was saying that the subject was saying that Nat Turner never even existed. And I'm like, whoa, 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 what are you talking about? What is this? What's going on? Because you know what? I've learned a lot from Dan Calloway, but this was just too much. So I heard it again. So I'm saying, I really ain't got no time to look that up. I'm researching other things. I think I've looked up Nat Turner before in the past, and I don't recall seeing no information like that. So uh, recently, about a week ago, the subject came up again, but it had nothing to do with Dan Calloway. I was on another, I think I was on Facebook, either Facebook or Twitter, and somebody mentioned that the Nat Turner story was false and fictitious. I saw it again, mentioned again, but this time this particular person added uh, uh, it added some receipts. Okay, so I looked up this person that supposedly wrote a book. This white man called William Styron. William Styron supposedly read a book, not read it, but wrote the Confessions of Nat Turner. This is by this man. He's the author. And I started reading a little bit further, and it said that the Confessions of Nat Turner by William Styron is a fictional account of the insurrection and slavery revolt in Virginia in 1831, planned and executed by Nat Turner. I said, wait a minute. So I started reading a little bit further, and I was wondering why, when some years ago, when I was looking up Nat Turner's history, I didn't see this information. Now, I've heard of this book too, and this is one of the major books that people got their information about Nat Turner, honey. The account is fictional. There it is, the receipt. Look up the man, William Styron, and the Confessions of Nat Turner, and you will see it for yourself. It's a fictional account. Oh my God. My mind was blown because I just I didn't understand where Dane was coming from. Oh my goodness. So in essence, I'm going to admit, I'm kind of like trying to figure out if they're saying that, okay, the man wrote a fictional account about Nat Turner. Is it saying that not everything that we knew about this person is correct? And true and actually occurred? Or is it saying that the man never existed at all? Totally apart of this fictitious work that we have believed for God knows how long. I know I've believed it all my life. So I haven't quite figured that out. I'm gonna have to do some further research to make sure that he either existed and not just the story about his life was fictitious as written by this person in his book, or was he a fiction made up in this person's mind, period. It kind of reminds me of the situation where that brother, I can't think of his name, but he wrote the book Roots. And so Roots kind of like further brainwashed us into believing that we all came from Africa. No, we didn't. Most of us were here. Do we have African ancestry? Yeah. There were people who actually were brought here during certain times, hundreds of years ago, that came from Africa, and they were Africans. Africans really have been coming back to this land back and forth, doing trade and conducting war campaigns against us for a better part of 1,000 years or more. So, yeah, of course we do, but we didn't all come from Africa. We also have the blood of the black, so lack of a better word, the black Europeans running through our veins, whether they were a part of the peasant class or the royal, okay? Quote unquote, the Moors. So it reminds me of the Roots saga. Boy, we read that book. A movie was made out of that book. We cried. It was painful. And we began to get more into us being African instead of having African ancestry. Come to find out, that brother was sued by a white man whom he plagiarized that whole story from. The Roots account never happened. It never happened. And now we're sitting here talking about Nat Turner, one of our one of the men that we hold as an icon, we respect so much, proud of, because he fought back based off of a fictitious book written by another white man. So, wow. I just had to share this with you all. I'm kind of shocked. When I heard it, I didn't want to believe it. Now it's sitting here right in front of me. You can look it up yourself. Again, the book is called The Confessions of Nat Turner by William Styron. Y'all do your own research and look it up. Thank you. Have a great afternoon. Love you. Please like and share this video. Peace.